Happy Wax Plant Wednesday, everyone. So today I'm going to propagate some Hoyas. I'm going to repot some Hoyas. I'm still in the process of kind of shifting things in my room to make room for more plants. And I'm going to bring a lot of, not a lot, but some of the big plants to my office at work and just keep a few cuttings here. I guess I'll start off with the Hoya Coriacea. Here's the thing. I ignore this plant so much. It is such a fast grower. I've already chopped it. Like, look, guys. These are the propagations. They're going off in LECA. This one's in LECA. This plant's really thirsty, and this plant is just known for having these silver leaves. Oh my god, looking at it now, I just like I don't want to do it. I wanted to put it in a bigger planter of pon now that my props have started taking off in this planter. I want to say there's about six in here, 6 cuttings. This one, there's only 2. And the reason why I want to chop it down and repot it, I'm probably going to bring this one in LECA to work. The reason why I want to chop it up and start over, first I want to experience this in pon. I do think that this Hoya needs to be monitored when it comes to water level because this plant's really thirsty. I find that thinner leaved Hoyas, you know, they need a lot of water, and there are so many moments where I've let this reservoir dry out like completely. So because of that, I kind of want to put it in a bigger planter, and it's probably going to have to be the T4U black self-watering planters, just more substrate so it can hold it onto more moisture. This is such a beautiful Hoya. Also, I saw, I think Wildfern did an unboxing and she did a plant trade. She finally has one. Girl, this plant is amazing. It is so fast. Let's do something easy first. I just wanted to open with that because it's just a stunning plant. Remember the Hoya I was gifted, thank you again, from We Pot Plants. This is the Hoya, is it Wilbur Silver? So, she had 2 leaves. She had this, and then she pushed out this over here. I did have to cut the tendril. I think I can show it to you here. I did have to cut it. I either had to cut it or it was just going off in a way that I didn't like it. And then she pushed out this. And it seems like she's doing okay. So remember, and that's why I always do the cake dowel method. So 2 cake dowels when I repotted it. I don't need to repot it. I don't tend to repot my Hoyas often. I like to keep them in small vessels. Hoya like to feel secure, and that's why I don't feel the need to repot them, but I do have some clear trellises. I don't know which one to use. I guess I might use the smaller medium. You know, I normally don't use the small ones, but I think the small one is gonna be the best. So these are from North Shore Tropicals. I think there are other vendors that sell it. Like I think the Prop Studio sells it as well, but this is what it is. So, perfect size because, let me show you. So, right over here, ooh, I was dropping things. You put it in here. You don't need to repot it. Now, there's always a question mark, like, is it secure? I find if you use the wire trellises with the cake dowels, you kind of have to manipulate them so there's a little bit of tension. And obviously it depends on the Hoya, like if it has small leaves, if the leaves are gigantic, like that's obviously going to factor it as it grows. Ooh, can you imagine? Man, that's so exciting. I'm so happy that I was gifted this. Thank you again. Like, this is just so amazing. Whew, okay. Let's put 2 clips. I think I mentioned this before, but the circumference of the trellis, like it's enough to hug the tendril while also not suffocating it. Because I find that's always an issue when it comes to, oops, I wanted you to face that way. I find that that's an issue with trellises and Hoyas and like the clips. I don't necessarily like using plant tape or any other means of tying tendrils to trellises. Look at this, guys. Oh, I'm excited, wow. In LECA, no roots in the reservoir yet. I actually did forget to water this plant during my nutrient changes. So it actually went 4 weeks without having, or I guess like it usually lasts 2 to 3 weeks. So maybe it was like a week of not having a reservoir. And she's bounced back clearly. And she's getting a lot of light again, like 500, 2,000 foot candles. She is on her grow light, but then the grow light's like up here, about 14 hours a day. And she seems happy. I find that Wilbur Graves, they're pretty resilient. And yeah, ooh, silver. It's so silver, guys. I love it so much. You know, I did have temptation, guys, to try tree fern. I am gonna try tree fern with some Hoyas. I mean, I actually don't know how this one's gonna do, but I just have a feeling that it's gonna do well in pond. If it does well in LECA, it's gonna do well in pond. So 4 cake dowels. Again, once I put the pond, it's gonna secure itself. Again, you put the cake dowels because I'm not going to repot this to a bigger pot. Like, this is a big enough planter. Once it grows, once the tendrils grow, you just slot them in like that. I'm probably going to put 2 on each side. Can't believe overtopping this. So for y'all that don't know, I got this in a plant trade last year. During the Botanical Expo, I met Marnie for the first time. And this was one of the plants. I just need a better way to control it. And the reservoir keeps drying out so quickly. See, sometimes you just need to talk to yourself. Oh, another reason why I think I was holding off. There is a peduncle, but it dried up. So, where'd it go? Where you go, I don't know. Okay, is it there? I don't even know. So, say goodbye. I'm gonna cut it like all the way back to maybe 2 to 4 sets of leaves, and then I'll bring the planter to work. Here's the thing, Coriacea, it's one of my favorite Hoyas. I mean, look at her. Do you see this? Especially when the light hits it. Sometimes when it's not a sunny area or you don't have enough light, like you don't really see the silver. I'm gonna start off cutting, you know, the tendrils that have young leaves. And unfortunately, I'm always sad doing it, but they dry out a lot of times. Sometimes if they do push out new leaves, they do look funny once they start pushing out new leaves. Have enough stem because Hoyas, they'll root at any part. And wow, this leaf is gigantic. I just put the first one in and I'm like, how am I gonna fit all of these? I do intend to put a lot in this planter, but I just don't know how many are gonna fit. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the same tendril here. Can y'all even see? And I'm gonna, just because the leaves are so big, I'm gonna cut. I should have put a towel. Hold on. See, only Hoya people will know. There are certain Hoyas that drip when you cut them. This one's not terrible. Polyneura is pretty terrible, I would say. So here's that cutting that I just chopped. I'm just gonna cut the leaf off here. Ooh, my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh. I just like full looking planters, and even though, oh my god, there's so much. Do you see this? I don't even know what I was saying. Can't concentrate. Okay, I'm trying to think, because I said this is definitely one of my favorite Hoyas. What are some others? I mean, Hoya Matilde Splash, y'all know. Y'all know. Wow, so impressive. But what should we talk about? Okay, I got distracted. I was talking about Hoyas that I'm just like, girl, you're my fave. I mean, I think Clementioram's up there in my top 5. Let's do top 5. Clementioram, this one, so that's 2. Obviously, I could only base this on ones that I've grown in my care. Sorry, distracted again because this one is one of the prettiest ones. Look. So pretty. Also, when they have specks of just normal green, whew, like this one, do you see it? So this is a new set of leaves, but do you see that? This is a young part, so I usually toss these, you can see how bendy it is, but why don't we just try it out? So for those that know, this is the second time I'm cutting this. I think I'm gonna stop there. I think I'm gonna just keep this the way it is. So this is a lot of the older growth. And I'm gonna bring it to my office. Isn't that exciting? Okay, yay guys. This planter, even though it hasn't grown, is so full. Try to rearrange. Ooh, I don't know if this one's gonna make it. It's so flimsy. Yeah, I think I like this. I'm gonna have to try to get around everything. So I guess I can just count the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 cuttings in here. One thing I don't like about using these big planters, if I'm planting something in pond, is that it uses a lot of pond. And so, like I just bought this, I think it's a 12-liter bag, and I feel like it's like almost like a third way down already. Well, oh. Wow, it looks so good like that. I know it's gonna go downhill when I blast it with these grow lights. These grow lights. Oh my gosh. Same strategy. I'm gonna put the water level all the way up here. The stems were long enough to hit about here. But again, the main reason why your Hoyas will fail to root, your propagation, not enough light, not enough wetness around the stem if they're unrooted. So you just gotta keep it that way. I am going to, and that's why I use pond as my preferred. I'm just putting water. Everything is wet. Also, the biggest issue with these planters, and I'm just thinking about it, I actually can't tell how high it is because it's okay. We'll see what happens. I don't know how high. Oh, I can actually look through the cake dolls. Okay, it's high. So we're under grow light. And so I did a strategy with this one in LECA. So all of them survived. There was one over here. It doesn't look great. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna pull it out. Whoa, okay, so there was one casualty from that one. So the leaf dropped right after, and then you can see that she tried so hard to push out a new leaf. And because I saw that, I was like, oh, does it have a little bit of root system? It is non-existent. I know people usually have issues doing this method if it's LECA, just because it doesn't stay wet enough. There's almost too much air that the stem might not be touching a piece of LECA, and therefore it won't stay wet. So I just make sure it's like to the tippity top. And yeah, so she's, again, same method. She's grown quite a bit. I'm pretty sure this was 6 months ago. And yeah, so hopefully I get the same results. While I have her here, I am gonna put a trellis. I hope I have 2 large ones. I can use medium for this actually. So one of these medium clear trellises. Again, I did the cake dowel method, so I'm just slotting them in the holes. Okay, this trellis might be too small. It's too small. Okay, we're gonna do the large one. Ooh, I like that. You see how easy that was? I know it's not secure, but as a Hoyas grow, it's gonna be secure. So I'm just gonna take these clips and I'm just gonna clip the tendrils to the trellis. And there are some that are still young. Should I do that? I feel like, okay, please be okay. There's some that are so young, but I'm just gonna attach them anyways. So I'm really upset with myself because these 2 long tendrils, they actually got stuck in like the wire shelving, and then when I pulled it out, they both broke. I mean, we're still gonna try to be positive and not panic about that. I find though, I don't know, obviously I've only grown this in LECA, but the leaves come out, sometimes they look light green or bleached, and I find that just as long as they don't stay under that grow light or highlight conditions, they'll turn silver. And again, that's just in LECA. Okay, a lot of time when you bend a tendril on a trellis like this, if there's a node somewhere here, because Hoyas always want to grow upwards, it'll probably push out a new tendril from the node here. There are some Hoyas that are more resilient to that. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't think it is. Like the Hoya Matilde. Hoya Matilde will push out leaves, even if it's trained down. I think Carnosa's like that too. Is that it? Okay, there's one that's too short. Wow, yeah, okay, now there's 6 in here. I think there were 7 before. Okay, I had a question actually. I'm just like worried about certain leaves on this plant. Finally, for some reason, might be the Myco again because I started using it 2 months ago. But this plant was so stagnant. Again, it might just be because it's been warmer. Hoya Archboldiana, outer variegated. She's finally like filled up the trellis. There's only 2 plants in here, but there was a point where it was just kind of stuck. Like, I think there was 2 plants. It was just stuck. But do you see how long this tendril is and how much it's like covering? Okay, the question is, what are these? It's only existing on the old leaves. There's some black. I don't know if this is like related to, you know, if you under or inconsistent watering and then you water and the cells burst. I find that it's mainly on like the variegated perimeter. I mean, you can see it's green there. I'm trying to find more examples. Is it this? And they're only on the older leaves. So I was thinking that it was related to that. Please don't tell me it's like a bacterial or fungal or I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't think anyone wants to deal with that. But do you see, she is going off. I don't need to do anything with her, but I just want to ask you guys that question. Oh, can you believe? Can you believe? I'm so happy. When the leaves appear, harden off, they'll be kind of like that. And I tend to get rid of the fully white ones. Let me just cut that one now. Yeah, no one wants that right now. And then there's one down here. Ooh. Yeah, it's only with the ones with a lot of variegation. Anyhow. So that's just an update on this one. I'm so happy. She's finally doing well-ish. Okay, let's go through one of my failures. Hoya related failures. Okay, Hoya, Serpens, Silver, or Splash. So I mentioned this and showed it briefly in a previous video, but all, like you can see, and I just want to show you, because if I only saved these ones, people will probably think like it's not that bad, but look at just all the ones that didn't make it. There were a lot of cuttings. Now, I do think the plant might have been in shock if y'all remember. It was back in February, I think. I got it, I chopped it right away, and I think the vines were like a little too young. I've found with the Serpens, I don't know if it's because the stems are too skinny. When it's dehydrated, it really is one of those where it just doesn't do well. I find that with Insularis as well. That one, if it's dehydrated and you chop it, a lot of them don't survive. I mean, I think I did show that a year ago with one of my planters that I had in pond. So maybe for the future, I might just be a little bit more gentle. Anyhow, I'm gonna assess to see, I'm not hopeful, like there's been no growth, 0. So I'm actually shocked that this is still here, but I'm gonna take them out. I have spag here. I'm gonna put it in a cup and then just put cling wrap, just high humidity. We're gonna go back. This is old school. I normally don't do this anymore just because I don't moss. I'm just kind of like, ugh, with everything, but it does a good job when it comes to rehabbing some plants. I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's take the dead away. I would say right now, and I mean, this is probably gonna change as I pull them out, like 80% fatality. Oh, do you see how sad? There was a root system. Fatality. Flawless victory. Maybe 75% of them didn't make it just based on what's in my hand and what I can see here. Oh my god, even the ones that had roots. No ma'am, okay. I'm a little, oh here. See, some of them do have roots. So this is one. Do you see that root system? It's healthy, and that's probably why it's still alive. That's interesting, okay. So weird, because I thought these were gonna come out easily because I didn't think they were rooted, but they have big root systems. What's happening? How come you haven't pushed out anything? Maybe this grew in high humidity and then I just shocked it. See, like I can't easily pull any of these and now I'm scared. Okay, why don't we put a pawn base here. So here's the thing, they're rooted. Why have you not pushed out growth? And it's pond. So there should be enough nutrients. Is there like flat mites maybe? This one, look at this root system. Over here, looks good. Okay, so that's 3. Guess you never know, guys. Yeah, these root systems are big. What's happening? Again, February. Like this was a long time ago. I mean, I would expect the ones to have root systems, but I would also expect foliage growth and stem growth. when it has root systems like this, the confusion continues. Like, how did it, because these didn't have roots. The ones that had roots that died that I showed you earlier, those existed already on the plant. These were all just stem cuttings, but do you see the root system? Okay, what's happening, everyone? Okay, that's 5, 6. Number 6, release silver leaf here. Okay, and then it looks like the best one out of the batch. These two, you see the silver on both. Huge root system. You see this? Again, this didn't existed before. It can't even talk. I'm gonna put a little bit of Microscope. Yeah, that was a bit too much. Put a little bit of great white and maybe diamond nectar. That is so confusing. I should have put, anyways. You know, I'm gonna hate this in the future. I'm gonna have to take the moss off the roots. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna put, I guess, a little bit of moss on top. I am saying a little prayer for you that these will survive. The moment I wake up or I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. This is so funny. I literally just put a splash of diamond nectar and put soap water. We'll see. So moss, pond, diamond nectar, and then of course the Myco. Okay. So I'm gonna chop, I don't wanna, I'm gonna chop my Hoya species Gunung Gading. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Look at her. She's bloomed many times. Here's the thing, this is what I'm realizing about myself. If I get a Hoya to bloom, because that is like one of my top goals, I guess my top 2 goals when it comes to growing Hoyas from like 2-leaf cuttings. Once they've bloomed for me, and this Hoya has bloomed repeatedly, then I usually like to have just new beginnings. And this Hoya, it's just one plant in here. So I'm gonna do pon, the root system. Do you see that? Probably gonna bring this one to work. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna put this on my desk? Yeah, see, this is why I'm doing this. If y'all remember July, August a year ago, oh my god, the camera's like facing me. I put a lot of Hoyas in pon and I've put them on trellises since, and they look so good. Obviously this one looks good, but like there's just so many tendrils. It's hard to like show you guys, but there's a lot of tendrils, and I think I can eliminate a few. Even though it is one plant, it's branched a lot. I do have like 3 props in pon at work. There's only 1 propagation that's starting to grow from that one. I don't know what's wrong with the other ones. I don't think it's because it's in Lucia's pond. I'm just getting rid of this long tendril. Maybe the cuttings were old. I hate when the stems are this small. Like short, actually. Like look how short. What a cutie though. Such a statement like leaf, especially when it sun stresses. It's so amazing. Wow, a lot of these are originating from like the top part, like I was saying before. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my god, this is just a fallen. I keep on falling in and out of love. I do think in part why she's only pushing out a tendril is maybe because she's bloomed so much recently. Because this is the 3rd tendril I'm looking at, and this is too long without having any like leaf growth. A little bit of a wonk leaf. It had a lot going on. Like there's a lot of, like you can see, there's a new growth situation that's probably gonna die. You have a lot of points. And so we're gonna see how that goes. Okay. I think I have 6 or 7 cuttings. I think I might keep the rest the way it is. I'm just looking to see where this last tendril leads. Yeah, hopefully in the process of like chopping this, I did cut a lot of peduncles. And so hopefully, because there's already like so many on this, hopefully doing that, it'll start pushing out. Ooh, wait, I can do this one. Let's do this one. See, like, I'm cutting those off. There's so many, like, look. So there's one right over there. Do you see that? And then right over here. So there's two. I think I like this now. Because this leaf was being crunched, because this is a brand new leaf. Do you see how it's being tacoed? It's still so pretty, wow. I'm shocked that it still looks like I didn't do anything. It looks so good, okay. Oh, did I run out of my planter that I wanted? Did I run out of the planter? Where'd it go? I don't think I have it. Oh, I think I used them up. Okay, unfortunately, I don't want to use this planter, but I just like don't have the right size. And I already made the cutting, so I'm gonna do cake dowels again. I'm gonna do 4 because I don't know what I want to do. Like I might put like 2 hoop trellises. I might just do the 1. And it's not gonna be a big deal that these just sit here if I only do a 1 set. I'm actually a little surprised that I didn't do this like a year ago, because that's when I was chopping up all my Hoyas. Maybe I really wanted this one to bloom, and maybe it was smaller before. I'm not remembering. I'm just gonna grab the ones that have longer stems. This one, a bit flimsy. Just gonna put it like that. As much as I want to keep a lot of these with 2 leaves, because they're so pretty, I'm gonna cut one. Wow, these are so pretty. Water all the way to the top. Yeah, the water level is all the way up here. Under grow light, I do expect these leaves to get really red, but we'll see. Okay guys, I guess that's it. Wanted to do more, but I see the planter situation is not a thing. I'm running out, so I'll just save that for maybe next week. Again, not yesterday, on Monday. In Monday's video, I mentioned that I might want to take a break from uploading. I'm not sure though. I'm still on the fence. Anyhow, I'll see you in the next one.